Welcome to today's MJ News Digest, August 16, 2020. I'm back from my summer break and I'm raring to go. The headlines: positive tabloid reports, MJ estate approves Burna Boy, joins Spike's MJ birthday celebration, MJ musical gets new producer, go behind the mask, new MJ single, and Taj answers my questions. Phew. Okay, so positive tabloid reports. Teenage girl gains popularity as she resembles Michael Jackson. Now, there was a time when if you resembled Michael Jackson, you would be ridiculed, especially in the press or on social media. But this story is all about a teenage girl gaining popularity for apparently looking like Michael Jackson. So a teenage girl is gaining popularity as she resembles late pop star Michael Jackson. Lauren Elizabeth, a student from Manchester, shared a selfie on Twitter and captioned it, "Blame it on the boogie." The photo got 9 or 8,000 likes and 6,000 comments so far. A Twitter user commented, "Michael Jackson in heaven, calling the police for identity theft." The teenager said she is the first to admit that she looks like Michael Jackson in some of the pictures. "My reaction to people saying this was always positive," she said. "I saw the funny side. I'm not one to ever be offended by something someone said online about me, really. I think it's quite clear that in that picture I look a lot like Michael Jackson, so I guess people just ran with it. And now I'm known as the Michael Jackson girl." So many people have been retweeting it with popular Michael Jackson lyrics, which I find hilarious. One such as, "I don't have nothing to say, so I'ma just beat it." That one made me laugh. I've also gotten so many nice comments in my Twitter DMs and Instagram DMs, which was really nice. It does then go on to refer to a few trolls, but hey, it's positive. Let's all start looking like Michael Jackson and gain some popularity on social media. So, second story, Burna Boy, Monsters You Made new song featuring Chris Martin has been approved by the MJ estate because it uses Dirty Diana. Now, it doesn't use the song, but it uses a composition. So it uses the musical, but it basically uses the verses of the composition of the verses of Dirty Diana, completely copied, if you want to use that word, ripped off, or inspired. That's a better word, isn't it? And as I said, the MJ estate put out a statement a few days ago approving this. I'm not a fan of the song, but it's good that Michael is still inspiring generations of artists, and he will continue to as new artists emerge. So our third story is a celebration which you can join. It's the Brooklyn Loves MJ birthday tribute celebration. Spike Lee puts this on every year, but I think this is the first year that he's going to be streaming it live in its entirety on the Michael Jackson YouTube channel. So it's on Saturday, August 29th, 2020, 12 noon to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 hours of Michael Jackson celebration, obviously hosted by Spike Lee with a few other surprise guests, and music by DJ Spinner. So I'm going to be there. I hope you will too. www.youtube.com/Michael Jackson. Now for some news on MJ the Musical. Broadway production company behind Michael Jackson musical MJ hires producer Travis Lamont Ballinger. Didn't they already have a producer? The Broadway production company behind the upcoming Michael Jackson musical MJ and the stage adaptation of the hit 2000 film Almost Famous has hired Travis Lamont Ballinger, a producer, to help oversee both high-profile projects. Ballinger brings the company substantial theatre experience, particularly with regard to works by black artists, including Lynn Natage, the two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright, penning the book for MJ. I'm surprised the book hasn't come out already, but then I guess the Broadway show was delayed because of COVID. Not that I'm interested in the book in any way whatsoever. Let's see if they have any other information. MJ, a co-production with the Michael Jackson estate that features music from the singer's catalogue, is scheduled to begin preview performances at Broadway's Neil Simon Theatre on March the 8th, 2021, with opening night on April 15th. Prior to Broadway's COVID shutdown, the show has been set to begin previews last month. What do you think about MJ the Musical? Are you looking forward to this? Are you a fan of the estate getting involved with this? I guess it's good for MJ's legacy. I'm not eager to see this, although I loved the Cirque du Soleil show, the first show. Okay, so some even better news. There's a great new forum, Behind the Mask. I've been speaking to the guy behind it, Greg. Absolutely adores MJ, and you can tell. I mean, this forum is amazing. It's been laid out really well. It's like an old school forum, but with a up-to-date social media twist. There's some really good little sections. You've got the discussion, you've got MJ films, What's new? Members, you can go on to featured images, so you can click on one of the images and it will open up into a post on the relevant forum. The Michael Jackson discussion, you've got different boards such as news, which obviously I will be interested in, Michael Jackson the man, the Jacksons, photos, and Club 30s, which I'm really looking forward to using for reference purposes. So if you haven't already registered or sign up, I will put a link in the description so you can do so immediately. It's going to be a really great place. Our next story is a new Michael Jackson single has hit the streaming services, and it's unfortunately a remix. So it's a remix of Remember the Time. It's by Michael Jackson and EFB DJs, that's the Electro Funk Brazil DJs. Now, Brazil are really loving MJ at the moment. I'm not loving this remix. Unfortunately, it doesn't add anything to the legacy of Remember the Time. It doesn't enhance the song whatsoever. The beat is really generic. It feels kind of lazy. I just wish the estate would get their act together. I don't know what mind they are in to release this. I hope this doesn't mean there's going to be a MJ remix album around the corner. If there was, then they need to get in touch with Single White Glove from YouTube, who produces some brilliant, probably the best MJ remixes on YouTube. His remixes really enhance the original songs and give you something new, but still keeping that originality, the vision that Michael Jackson had. So I will link Single White Glove's work in the description. MJ Estate, if you listen to this, I know you're not. Give the masters to Single White Glove. So Taj Jackson on his August the 1st live stream, his latest one, answered a couple of my questions. And the first question I asked was, were you on your brothers on the Captain EO set?
Yes,
what Taj had to say.
And I regret to this day because I was too young to realize the importance of it. You had Lucas, you had Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas, Francis Ford Coppola. These amazing, talented people there, and I was, what did they call it? The trailer. Like I stayed in the trailer most of the time because I don't even know why. I just was like, I think we were playing games or something. I don't know what it was, but it was just like it's the dumbest thing. Especially someone that is a filmmaker now. I regret it. But I was.
It's interesting that Taj refers to being in the trailer on this set of Captain EO. I did already know this, but I just wanted to put that question out there. One of the stories that I kept out of my Captain EO, The Things You Didn't Know, if you haven't seen that, I will link that in a little card so you can go and watch that, was a story about how Taj and his nephews and a few of Michael Jackson's childhood friends were causing such a riot in the trailer that Angelica Houston had the trailer moved as far away from the set as possible. I might do a Captain EO Things You Didn't Know Part 2. So there was another question that I wanted to ask Taj, and so I asked him the following question. Did you see the recently leaked videos of MJ and Lisa Marie, the ones from South Africa, which kind of leaked onto YouTube? And here's what Taj had to say.
Yes, I did. I don't know how much I can say about that. I did see them, and I had seen them earlier, to be honest with you. So they were amazing, and they were amazing when I saw them a while ago. That's all I can say. But yeah, this is great to see them together, and that was one of the reasons why I also saw footage of my grandfather and my grandma, on that same trip, and that was one of the things. I think it was I don't know if it was a live stream or a tweet that I said, because I'd seen footage of that, and and it bothered me that certain people were saying that he didn't have a relationship with his father, that he was scared of his father, that he hated his father, and here I am having seen that footage, and he invited his father on this trip with his mother, and you can see clearly that he wants him to be there. So it's just, there's the narrative of what the media spins, and there's the narrative of what really happened, and we have to be very careful that we don't feed the narrative of what the media wants us to think in that way.
And the YouTube recommendation of the day is from Peter Hogenberg. I have never seen his channel before, but he interviewed John Ziegler on various things. One of those was the Michael Jackson extortion case and Leaving Neverland. I will link the full video in the description. Ziegler's Michael Jackson segment starts at about 40 minutes 20 seconds. I'll play a little bit of it now. Really interesting.
About Michael Jackson. Because my gosh, he's the most famous man in the world. He has access to all these kids, and inherent plausible deniability because kids want to meet him, and he's got this Neverland Ranch where he can do whatever he wants, and supposedly all the locks in the bedroom and all the bullcrap narrative. If that's the case, and he's got this voracious appetite to sexually abuse children, we should be hearing from dozens and dozens of men, especially with...
And that's it for today's MJ News Digest. It's good to be back. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe because the best is yet to come.